Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. We're going to be bringing you guys Nails versus Bedschibaer for SPL XI, SPL XI. Nails is on the bigs, Beds is on the scooters. So, going to be a cool game for sure. Big fan of both these guys in RBY. Anyway, we're going to see a Jinx lead against an Alakazam lead. And right off the bat, we're going to see a favorable turn 1 for the Bed side. He's going to get the full paralysis. And then turn 2, however, Lovely Kiss is going to connect after a seismic toss. Sorry, I'm getting notifications to Smog and ignore those sounds. But anyway, soft boiled from the Chansey after takes a critical hit blizzard on a paralysis. So then we're going to see a Chansey switch into Snorlax. So basically, early game, Jinx gets to sleep off and takes a little chip, but not too much, and then gets a crit into the Chansey, but it gets recovered up on a paralysis. And now Beds is going to let his Chansey eat the paralysis, which actually could be good for him because he's going to avoid a freeze from something like this Chansey. If it's Ice Beam, could be a Seismic Toss Reflect variant, or the Jinx. But it could be bad potentially if we see running paralysis. We're going to see Bed, on the other hand, fish for a freeze of his own against the opposing Chansey that is not paralyzed. And Snorlax is going to come in on this one. Taking me 17%, so might see an Earthquake to scout for the counter, but no such. Instead, we're going to see Snorlax come in on a Body Slam, and take another Body Slam, and Reflect. So Bed's Snorlax is going to be a bit under half health, but it's going to have Reflect up, so it's going to be able to comfortably survive anything that comes its way. He's then going to fire off a Body Slam to do 42% to the Chansey. We're going to see a Softball on a Self-Destruct. Yeah, because it would have killed even if he reflected there because he was low. So that's going to be 5-5. That's a good trade for Beds, probably. Fuck, the phone's ringing. Let me see caller ID. I don't know who it is. I'm just going to let it ring. But sorry if you hear that in the background. Anyway, Starmie's going to come in here on the Chansey, and he's going to double right out to Snorlax, taking the Thunder Wave, which is fine. Definitely a good play for Beds there. And he's going to get the crit Ice Beam, followed by a Body Slam. So they're both going to do about 40 to each other. However, the Chansey's going to easily recover up. And Nails is just going to say, okay, screw it. We're both going to be trading Snorlax for Chansey. So both those can get out of the way right in the first 15 turns. So now I'd say Nails has a slight advantage because while he's revealed one more Pokemon and this is paralyzed, Alakazam is sleeping, so it's essentially useless with no turns burnt. And Jinx is going to come out here into Starmie, so that's good for Beds. However, Alakazam is going to come here and take the Thunderbolt crit. No paralysis though. So it's definitely Tauros last for both, and the Eggs is going to come out. So yeah, it's looking like Nails is going kind of conventional about, double-edged crit into Jinx. I guess it didn't really matter for the 2 KO'd. So yeah, Beds looks like he's got the upper hand here. Especially after that sequence, that was a nice play. Pretty keen to go for the Sleep Powder. So yeah, Beds is up there. Tauros is nowhere near range of Tauros, even crit. Body Slam wouldn't do enough. Crit Hyper Beam would. But yeah, he's going to go for the Blizzard there, Snails. But he's going to encounter Starmie, and Starmie's going to get paralyzed. Both Starmies are going to get paralyzed. In fact, it'll be interesting to see. Beds is indeed Thunderbolt. Will Nails have an electric move on his? Or will he potentially want to go to Alakazam here? And if so, then was that worth taking the paralysis? He's going to eat the Thunderbolt there and go for Thunderbolt of his own. So yeah, they're both... so this turn's big because Beds is in T-Bolt range, but Nails is outside of it. However, if Beds wins the tie, then it's essentially going to make Starmie useless. However, Beds just wins the tie, but then fully paralyzes. So that's going to leave Starmie out of range. Tauros could come in here and Hyper Beam, as it would kill the Starmie. It would kill the Alakazam, and it would do enough to Tauros to justify going for it, risking that. So I think that could be the play from Beds here. Last, of course, for both is definitely Tauros. So yeah, again, I still think Beds is in a favorable spot here. He's going to force some progress with the Tauros, assuming he goes out to that. With that said, though, the Alakazam is indeed asleep, so that won't really be too helpful here. But yeah, this Tauros is very threatening. And he's going to have a leg up on the Tauros War, or going to be able to take out a Pokemon and have a Pokemon advantage, despite the sleeping Alakazam. So yeah, it looks like Nails is taking his time just to figure out what the play is on the obvious Hyper Beam here. Personally, I would go Tauros. No crits, that's going to do a little under half, so it's going to get a low roll. So that's good for the Nail side. If he gets a crit Body Slam, he's well in this game, very in this game. But without that, he's still a little behind. Burn me and I Rage Quit SPL, Bed says. Okay, so yeah, it could be going for Fire Blast here. Instead, he's going to go for body slam and land the critical hit, which is going to put him in hyper beam range. So now all of a sudden, Beds is back on the back foot. However, I think that he just goes to Executor here. Unless he's predicting Nails to go for the body slam again, and then in which case he stays in and just goes for... I don't know what I think Hyper Beam has a favorable role to kill Tauros. The first one was min. But yeah, Nails getting his typical luck. It's going to come down to this closing sequence for sure. Definitely a closely contested game. Really, there's no wrong play, you know. Yeah, I mean, there are wrong, but like the obvious plays, there's no wrong one within that round. Nail's going to go for the Hyper Beam and win the tie, so that's really unfortunate. And it looks like Beds is now really unfortunately out of luck. Unless he gets a full paralysis here and like has Giga Drain. Or maybe gets like a max roll and that was maybe, I don't think so. Why did I say Giga? I meant Mega Drain, sorry. This is a big turn now. See, the Executor is still healthy enough to where I could live a couple body slams or body slam in the Hyper Beam. Oh, no, but he's going to get the full paralysis on the recover. That sucks for Beds. And all of a sudden, Nails, with his classic luck, is going to be in a clearly advantaged position here. He's going to have to go to Alakazam, unfortunately. But Nails is going to take that opportunity to go to his own Alakazam wisely after the drop. Then Tauros is going to come out here as he stays asleep. He's going to have to wake up on this turn, and he's not going to do that. Body Slam is going to do well over half, as per usual. And then Executor is going to be forced to come out here on a Body Slam that's going to leave you out of Hyper Beam range, but barely. I think if your Nails here, you just switch out. This is Starmie. Yeah, Starmie's safe. If you're Beds, you probably have to go to Alakazam and pray to wake up. But even then, you get paralyzed and then it's over. You lose to Tauros. So yeah, I mean, game's looking really bleak for Beds at this point. Nails getting the lucky end of that sequence between the crit body slam and winning the tie just killed him. Okay, so we're gonna see a Psychic there, yeah, but I mean, it didn't really matter. I'm gonna go over Blizzard, and it's gonna crit. Yeah, game's over. So Nails gonna walk away with its real victory. Badge drops a good game, Nails is a good game. I really feel like Badge had the upper hand up until that one sequence that really screwed him over with the Tauros. But I digress. Nails made a nice play going to his own Tauros on the Hyper Beam. So that was cool. I'm just going to pause between games. I don't like this song, too. Alright, we're back. So right off the bat, we saw Starmie against a Alakazam lead. Both expected Thunderwave, so they went to Chansey. It's a pretty common line of play nowadays. Sometimes we just see him stay in and trade, but sometimes it's vice versa. It's going to be a Sing Bliss from Nails, so it's a huge advantage for Nails right off the bat. And paralyzed Chansey of his own means he also is not going to... But, I mean, that depends. It only matters if Beds has an Executor in the back row. Anyway, oh yeah, Beds is without his typical nicknames. I wonder what happened between this and last year. The name equals fuck and whatnot of the world. But anyway, moving forward, Beds definitely in a little hole here, but I mean, it's of course not. It was early game RBY after all. So we're gonna see an Ice Beam here. No freeze, thankfully. Beds did not scout for the counter last game, so I wonder if he's just going to go right for Body Slam. Instead, he's going to do that, go for Earthquake on the counter. So yeah, nicely done there by Beds. In the last game he didn't, maybe changing it up a bit. Now he's going to go for a follow-up Earthquake, predicting another counter. As the Cloister from now is going to come in on a Lapras, interestingly enough. Blizzard's going to do a mere 6%. And now Chansey's going to come in on a follow-up Blizzard, taking 20% from Lapras. So it's going to be a bit under half, but I assume the Snorlax can come in pretty comfortably here. Or you could fish with Body Slam, I guess, but I wouldn't really recommend that because there's a chance of Thunder Wave and whatnot. Yeah, Snorlax is indeed going to come on in here. Now, there are a couple plays here, but Earthquake's the main one. And he's going to Earthquake on a full paralysis. Now I think he could go for no move safely. There's no way counter's going to come out here. It's just a matter of if it's Body Slam or Hyper Beam. No point in self-destructing quite yet, of course. You're at 81%. Um, Bed's at 270 now. Think things through. Um. Oh, bed's disconnected. Oh shit. No, bed's reconnected. He's gonna go cloister on another earthquake again, taking around 18, 17%. Cloister is really bulky, especially with the he's gonna clamp, miss, body slam, and the process. So finally, nails getting a bit less fortunate. So it looks like the cloister is probably just gonna explode here. Um, if there's a Gengar in the back, which there isn't, or a rock type in the back, which there probably isn't, even then that's a little risky. Probably just gonna go to that. Unless this is Hyper Beam and he goes for the kill. Alternatively speaking, he could just go Chansey. Instead, he's just gonna go over to Body Slam, saying, "Okay, screw it. Explosion probably doesn't even kill me anyway." And that might be correct. In fact, he's gonna go for Body Slam twice in the Snorlax, and they're gonna be trading Body Slams. Looks like neither is Reflect, and then Nails is finally gonna say, "Okay, you've done enough," and just trade the Snorlaxes, which leaves Beds in a slightly favorable position, despite his Chansey being asleep, because Chansey can just be fired off the Cloister. Worst case scenario. Anyway, um, it looks as if the last Pokemon for Beds probably is Tauros, and I want to say Executor. We've seen people dropping Executor left and right. Um, I don't think Starmie Lapras is too common now. I suppose that it could be a rock type alongside. So it's either a round rock type or Executor plus Tauros. The nail side, it's definitely Tauros, and then it could be Alakazam or Executor. Either or, really. Um, yeah, as for the double down switch ins, looking at Nail's team, could go Starmie. I wouldn't necessarily advise. I think Chansey's fine, honestly. Not gonna be Cloister though. Um, Probably just gonna be Alakazam. Might just be a lead rematch, or I guess Lapras is okay, but Lapras in the Starmie isn't great for the bedside unless it's like Sing Lapras. And he's gonna be the leads. Yep, that is totally fine. So you can see them both come out after Nails takes a minute. We're gonna see a Thunder Wave into the Chansey, letting the Chansey get a free turn essentially. Now we're gonna see a Psychic. Yeah, this is a fine trade war essentially for both. And now Lapras is going to come in here on the Ice Beam. Okay. I'm not sure what the Lapras is able to do here, but I guess we'll find out. Look over Thunderbolt on the counter. Okay. I mean, I guess the only damaging move is Ice Beam. So, no Thunder Wave, you just Ice Beam at Sing counter, which is a very weird set because, like, it's cool for what it can do, but lacking Thunder Wave and Seismic Toss is really unfortunate. Anyway, the Chansey will be successful if it is able to land a freeze, especially after landing sleep already, but so far no luck in that regard, and Alakazam can definitely slowly chip away at it with Psychic Drops if he so wishes to proceed that way, but instead he's going to Thunder Wave there, predicting a switch perhaps, or maybe just wasting PP, try and put into a position where he has to recover. He's going to do just that. I don't know if he's really just saying, okay, you can freeze me, sure. At this point, personally, he's going to get the drop with, he's going to go for the drop with Psychic, it's fine, and I think they're just kind of fucking around with PP, which is interesting. Anyway, the first Psychic drops, not a follow-up Psychic's going to do over 30, I'd say. No freezes, and Ice Beam's going to do even less, and I mean, Ice Beam probably does like 3% of this Lapras. Wonder if we'll see a switch here from Nails. Yeah, we're going to see a switch to the Alakazam on a Thunderbolt, no paralysis there. You could very well just retreat back to Chansey if you so wishes to do so. Um, But yeah, Lapras is in here still. It's just a matter of what these guys prioritize here. Personally, if I'm bad, I'm switching. This is Lapras seems pretty nice against a pair of water types in the back, although the Glister is weakened. Oh, we're gonna see an Alexam and Chansey come in, interestingly enough. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see these guys against each other again. So they're just switching back and forth here a little bit. Kind of a chess match feel to it, if you will. Um, okay, so yeah, we're gonna see a two-wave on Alakazam finally. Gonna recover up on process and chances. Now they're both staring at each other, paralyzed at 100. Um, we're seeing Ema slowly devolve into like a 2016 CBB drone in the chat for the Bigs, which is interesting. An interesting development for the first game of the season for the Bigs. Let me see counter now that fails. Okay, and Lapras is back in. Now he goes Alakazam on the Sing. I'm not really huge on this Chansey set the more I think about it. Like, having Ice Beam as the only offensive weapon, no Thunder Wave, no Seismic Toss, no Thunderbolt, seems kind of shit, no lie. It kind of leads to these really awkward run out sequences, honestly. But anyway, Thunderbolt again into the Alakazam, no paralysis once more. Um, so yeah, we've seen Alakazam from Nails, as I mentioned before. So Tauros last. Again, we still have only seen four from Bedschibaer. Yeah, Alakazam's already paralyzed, so it's just gonna eat that Thunder Whip there. Looking more into it, I really feel like the Chansey should have chances to like wake up. He's just really scared of letting the Tauros in safely. So perhaps the last from Beds is, you know, I feel like a Rock type wouldn't mind taking a Body Slam. And oh shit, two paralysis. Oh, what the fuck is this music? Um. Anyway, he's actually not gonna recover it up. He's not gonna wait. Yeah, it's able to. He's gonna get the drop there. So yeah, it's a really lucky sequence from Nails all of a sudden. Nothing is asleep on the bedside, but he's gonna go chance he's paralyzed shortly, and he's gonna try and go somewhere but sleep. He's not gonna. It's gonna fail. He's gonna go to Chansey. Now I wonder if he goes back to Alexander and tries to recover here, maybe. I presume that play from Nails is just Ice Beam. Egg could blow up, but I wouldn't recommend it. It is a free kill button now. And he's gonna go to Starmie on another sleep. Wow, what a play from Beds, knowing that Nails was scared of the self destruct, and Nails said, "Okay, Beds is dangerous enough to do that," and he instead of doing that, predicted the switch and nailed the Starmie, which is a fantastic play from Beds. I mean, wow. Um, Nicely done. So now that's another step up for Beds. And who else is going to come in here as he stays asleep? Okay, if he stays asleep for another turn, or wakes up, gets paralyzed this big. Fuck no, forgot name. Bet says in chat. I mean, okay. He's gonna body slam as he stays asleep. That's big. I'm gonna wake up on a paralysis here, or an even longer sleep would be even bigger. He's gonna stay asleep, so yeah, all of a sudden, the Tauros is giving a big advantage to the Bedschibaer side. Um, I wonder if he's going to try and preserve this for the sake of having something asleep, or if he's just going to let it go, saying, okay, my paralyzed Chansey should be fine, and accept the fact that it'll probably get boomed down eventually. You could alternatively, if you want to preserve this, go to the Cloister. Instead, he goes Chansey. Not sure about that one, Chief. Letting it go all the way down to 54, which is in Hyper Beam range, for what it's worth. Um, Perhaps he predicted a Hyper Beam in there trying to kill the Starmie and wanted to get a counter off on the following turn. But I think that was just unnecessarily risky at that point. He's going to go Cloister here on a Hyper Beam. And oh, the Cloister does live the Hyper Beam, in fact, but Explosion won't be able to take it out in one. Instead, he's going to get fully paralyzed, so we're not even going to be able to see that damage. So that's a huge advantage for Bed. That was such a big swing because Nails nailed that turn, but unfortunately he got Nails and fully paralyzed, if you will. So yeah, now Beds, I'd say, has a really large advantage in this battle. He's going to have to not only lose the Tauros War, but then Nails also going to have to get some more beyond that. And unfortunately for Nails, he's not going to land a crit with the Body Slam. He's going to get a higher roll than Beds, sure, but I don't know if that'll be enough. I imagine that we're just going to see them trade Body Slams once more. Instead, Beds is going to go for the Blizzard and land a crit, putting the Tauros in Body Slam range, whereas Nails' Body Slam only did 29%, leaving him in Hyper Beam range, however, not in Body Slam range, and it's going to be at best for Nails a speed tie. Beds, of course, can switch out to something like the Executor or the Lapras, although I think that preserving the Lapras is good. He's going to go Executor on the Chansey. Okay, interestingly enough, he could potentially explode here just to try and say, okay, screw you. But I think that's a bit premature. He's going to actually go to Alakazam in hopes of recovering up some health. He's going to have two opportunities to do so, too, because the Chansey recovered itself, therefore leaving it out of range from the follow-up Ice Beam. Yeah, Ice Beam barely took it from 39, as you see there, to 19. And now Alakazam is going to come out in for Nails, and that's fine and all, but if he takes the Thunder Wave, then suddenly Tauros looks even more menacing, despite being at low health. So pretty much any double down, Beds can claim a kill now. Yep, and that's going to be it. Now, Seismic Toss is going to be traded there. No, actually, sorry, I'm just going to recover there. Has it revealed Seismic Toss? I don't think so. I guess in theory it could be a Reflect Alakazam. I just don't think that's too likely from the lead position. Anyway, yeah, so it's gonna just be recovering and Seismic Toss and being traded. Now finally he's gonna go to Chansey, knowing that he has an opportunity to wake on up. As I get a PM that I'm not answering because this game is pretty exciting, truth be told. We're gonna see the Executor come in here on the Tauros. A nice play from Beds again, so I think Beds is really making some progress this game. That last game he may have made, but unfortunately got negated by the Tauros sequence. He's going to go Psychic here. Again, he has a threat of Explosion here, but he's not going to elect to use that opportunity. Instead, he's going to go to safely into this Lapras, taking a mere 5% from the Ice Beam. And if you look, Ice Beam PP is not enough to actually take out this Lapras, which is making my dog bark repeatedly, unfortunately. Great. Thank you, Sammy. Anyway, we're finally going to see the Alakazam come in here, and this time around, Beds is going to say, okay, screw it, we're risking it. He's going to go for the Blizzard. It's going to do 37%. I imagine he goes for another attacking move here, trying to get the full paralysis on the recover, letting it take out the Alakazam. But again, that depends on the full power here, so let's see. Fuck. He's going to go for Hyper Beam. Oh! And it misses. Oh, that sucks so bad for Beds. But I think that, to be fair, he had that coming due to the Cloy process. So, I digress. Definitely an RBY series we're watching here. As my dog continues to yap in the background. And we're going to see a full paralysis now on the Blizzard. Okay, so now we're back in a position of potential threatening this. Okay, that's not really a word, but we're going to go with it. You know what I mean? Lapras being a threat to this Alakazam. I don't quite know Hyper Beam damage, though. He's going to go for Blizzard again. It's going to misfire into the Chansey, but the Chansey can't kill this again. Yep, Sing is just going to be kind of wasted PP. When the Lapras reveals to be Rest, an interesting set without Body Slam. So yeah, he could just live these Ice Beams all day and tomorrow. He's going to wake up here. Taurus is going to come in on the paralysis. Oh, shit. And yeah, now it looks really good for bets. Yeah, and the Starmie's going to be let go here. This is looking like a blowout for bets. Taurus is going to come in here, and they could war here. However, Beds is out of body slam range, so it's going to be a hyper beam from Nails to take him out. Or Nails can pick the switch and go for a body slam from phone if it's something that doesn't kill it. So I'll have to wait and see. Definitely a couple possible plays here. He's going to go to Executor again on the predicting that body slam from Nails. However, no crit or paralysis, so still well out of hyper beam range, barring crits. An Executor can potentially kill anything with an explosion if he's not able to take this out with Psychic. Both things are slower and in range. I imagine that Nails' play here is just go for the Psychic. Blizzard instead is going to crit from Nails, and that is actually big. Yeah. So all of a sudden it's a 4-3 game. Still in favor of Beds, no doubt about it, but the Lapras isn't really dying, that's the thing. Chansey once more on the Thunderbolt. Ice Beam here. Back to Alakazam now. Trying to get that up healthy. Perhaps. Gonna see the opposing Alakazam coming on a full paralysis. And wait, if Nails can win the speed tie, that could be big. Here it comes. Big turn here. He could potentially go to Tauros as well. But I don't know if the risk is worth it. Gonna get the win the speed tie, recover up on the seismic toss. He's gonna have to win another. Here comes. Just as big as last turn, arguably. Oh, and Bed's gonna win the tie, but it's gonna be full power. Both gonna be full paralyzed this time. Nails wins the tie, but also gets fully paralyzed again. And Alakazam is gonna take it out. Sorry, that was like super quick, but basically, both got fully paralyzed. Oh, my dog keeps barking. I'm gonna have to pause between games. I think these are like a freaking squirrel outside. This dog goes nuts. But yeah, it's looking really favorable for Beds at this point. Tauros is gonna come in here on an Ice Beam, no crit, no freeze. So he could just go for the Hyper Beam here, I guess. I think that was unnecessary. I mean, if that crit or froze, like that's kind of a choke from Beds. I don't really get it. He goes back to Lapras. Yeah, I feel like that was really wasteful of Beds. So I'm not sure what his plan was there. Just got a bit impatient. And that's going to actually bite him in the ass. This game's going to take forever. Lapras here on the Ice Beam. You're doing 3%. And as you see, there's only one Ice Beam left. So, again, he just waited a little bit longer. It would have been fine. But Tauros is still healthy. And he goes Lapras on the Tauros. Okay. And he goes for a Hyper Beam, no crit. So, yeah, he needed a crit there just to force the tie. And Bed's going to win that game. So I'm going to pause here for a second until next game starts. Alright, and we're back for game 3 of this set between Nails and Bedschibaer. Right off the bat, we're going to see an Alakazam versus Alakazam lead, and Bed is going to retreat to his Executor. So then he does indeed have it this game. He's probably going to go for the Sleep Powder. Unfortunately, he's going to get fully paralyzed after taking the T-Whip turn 1 and Seismic Toss turn 2. And he's finally going to connect on turn 3, leaving his Executor at half health, which could prove to be troublesome. However, the Alakazam being asleep is good. He's going to also get a Psychic special attack, special drop. It's going to be a prolonged sleep. Unfortunately, going to be staying asleep as Tauros comes in here. Tauros is going to fire off a Body Slam into the Snorlax, doing 24%. and then a blizzard on the follow-up turn, interestingly enough, and he's going to freeze Nails, which was interesting. He said he was just scouting. Anyway, that freeze is a big advantage for Bed. He's also going to get a body stem paralysis in the following turn against Executor. So, all of a sudden, the fishing of Beds is paying off a lot more than it did during Game 1, perhaps. Yeah, okay, she was scouting for counter. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's a fair play from Beds. He's going to go to the Executor on a Sleep Powder. They're both chip, but it's worth knowing that Beds is 20% lower. So if they're to trade Psychics, then eventually Beds would just win. So I wouldn't be shocking to see a boom at some point from him. However, can't boom into the Snorlax, because then it's just wasting the boom. Maybe a special drop. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Snorlax here from Nails. No, not the one in his avatar, the one in his team. Just because it's going to be now into a kill range, and it's now slower. So boom is likely from Beds here. You could try and preserve this, however, predicting the Snorlax and switch out to something. But I think you just boom here for your Beds. It's pretty safe. Want to get cheeky, you can go to the... actually, it's risky because Nails can easily pull a Sleep Powder. Because this being -1, Psychic does so little. Worst case scenario, just trades to boom. If I'm Nails, I go Snorlax. If I'm Beds, I go boom. It's worth noting that for the bigs, this game is probably pretty important because Nails is their most expensive player on the roster somehow. Because they have 25 people now. So Beds is definitely in the lead here, but this can potentially slightly neutralize itself. I'd still say Beds has the advantage. If we see a boom into the Snorlax, Beds is already clicked, but Nails is definitely thinking this through, which is fine, of course. We're gonna see some time continue to go down. Nails is thinking this through. Just trying to figure out like what his like safest play is, I guess. Safest play is Snorlax, I'd say. He's gonna go Snorlax on the double edge mid ground play there. Okay, that's good. He's gonna be able to preserve this. Could we see Tauros come in here? And could Nails double back to Executor? And could Beds predict that and go for boom? That's like some like 3D chess level shit. I personally think if you're Nails, you just go right back to Executor, yeah. And Beds is gonna probably call that and go for the boom, and instead, the Hyper Beam is actually gonna take him out after the recoil, so that's cool. So all of a sudden, that's actually really good for Nails. Wow, yeah, Nails does well. Sorry, just ordering McDonald's. My mom picked that up. So my fat ass. Nah, she just got back from my sister's dentist appointment. It's like right by McDonald's. It's like, why not? Super convenient. But anyway, that was a really nice sequence from Nails there, which kind of neutralizes the game a bit. Yeah, the double edge put him in range. That was so cool. I got to give it up to Nails. He's going to go for the seismic toss on the Sleep Powder. So yeah, now Nails, I'd say, might even be in the lead. But there's still lots to reveal. Nails in the back should have a Tauros of his own and a Chansey of his own. Beds has a Chansey of his own as well. As for the last Pokemon on Nails' team, it could be a number of things, of course. As for Beds, Starmie, Rhydon, Zapdos. We haven't seen any rocks or electrics up to this point, which is interestingly enough. Both are going to reveal their Chansey together on turn 16. As my dog continues to bark, I guess he just doesn't like the sound of Chansey. Worth noting that they're going to pursue different strategies here, whereas Beds is going to go for the immediate paralysis with Thunderwave. Nails instead is going to go for the more aggressive, freeze-oriented approach, seeing as he doesn't have anything frozen already, with the Ice Beam. And it's not going to pay off the first turn, only doing 10% and not freezing. And then the second turn, he's going to get fully paralyzed before he can act, as Beds goes into Snorlax of his own, give himself more of an assertive position, perhaps. We're going to see if he wants to scout for counter this time around as well, and go for potentially an Earthquake or move like Reflect or Amnesia, if he happens to have either of those. Or alternatively, if he just wants to go for the outright offensive and go for the Body Slam, risking counter. So waiting on Nails now. Nails down to 120, which is worth noting. Beds is not really taking time out. He's going to go for the Body Slam, and he's going to get the crit on the Thunderwave. Okay. So it could have been a lot worse, I guess. Still pretty good for Beds, though, there. Nails taking time once more. Just thinking here. If it is Hyper Beam, surely he goes for that, but I don't know that he does. You haven't seen that much as of late. Instead, we're going to see the full paralysis. Oh, that just sucks for Nails. On the Body Slam, and yeah, it's going to take it. So now Beds is back in the lead for sure. But Rhydon's going to come out here. Earthquake doing 35, Body Slam 11, and a oh boy. The Starmie comes in here, which yeah, it's a good lot. Yeah, so Beds is a pretty sizable lead at this point. And Starlight is just going to fire itself off here. Yeah, I mean, bleak is a bit of an understatement, unfortunately. The Taurus is just going to come in and take advantage of position. Yeah. Now, Nails has to win a Tauros War and then some. And he's not going to get the crit to start off. However, Beds won't either. They'll both do 30. Okay. Blizzard from Nails hoping for a freeze, and he's going to get the freeze. Okay. Pause. So now, all of a sudden, there's hope. He's going to stay frozen solid as the Body Slam's going to proceed to take it out, probably. But there's still the faster Starmie in the back, which can potentially use some process shenanigans. The main Starmie counterplay would be nothing. I guess you go to Alakazam and you like hope to wake the fuck up. Everything else pretty much is screwed over by it. Assuming it has and connects with Blizzard, of course, which it already used. Yeah, it has. Okay, he goes Alakazam onto Blizzard, and it's actually Bed's predicted Alakazam onto Blizzard instead of Thunderwave. Alakazam's going to stay asleep once more, which is so unlucky for Nails there. And now Snorlax is back in to terrorize the Nails side as well. Rough go, for sure. Rhydon taking another Body Slam for 12%, putting it at 77 after the first one did 11. Okay, and Rhydon can pose a threat to the Starmie if it gets a paralysis here with Body Slam. No. Oh. So yeah, no Body Slam paralysis there, unfortunately. Now the Starmie's back in, posing a major threat with Blizzard. He is trouble. That much is for sure. Executor is going to come in here on the Blizzard, connecting, which will take it out in 32, leaving him in a 4-3 position, favoring Beds now. And Alakazam's getting another chance to wake up. It's going to wake up this turn, so that's good. However, the Snorlax is back in, so Nails is so far from out of the woods at this point. In fact, he's deep in the woods, bleeding out, but now he might have a chance to kind of stop it. We'll wait and see. Then you go Rhydon again on a follow-up Body Slam again, doing near 12%, so it's just very minimal chip. And now there's a chance to either Earthquake crit the Starmie or to Body Slam paralyze the Starmie if that's his choice of play. Instead, he's going to paralyze on another body slam. The Snorlax doesn't seem to be too valued here. Starmie's going to finally come in on an Earthquake in 51. Now, the question here is, will he go Alakazam in the safe play? And he does go Alakazam and recover. Now, the Alakazam is free to paralyze this attempt to, or alternatively speaking, Chansey. But we could see a double to Rhydon here, but the Rhydon's paralyzed and slower Ice Beam range, maybe. This is hard. I mean, he doesn't really mind letting Alakazam take paralysis from Chansey, though. So, that could be fine. We go Chansey on a Psychic instead of the T-Wave, interestingly enough. Hmm. Okay, so he's going to go for the Thunder Wave here, and it's going to be a softball from Chansey wisely. So Alakazam remains unstatused, however, it's probably going to be changing very soon. The Chansey is able to pose a threat with Thunder Wave here, but instead he's going to go for Ice Beam trying to get the freeze. He's not going to land that. It could have also been an attempt to try and damage the Rhydon, which again, fair play. He's going to go for the Thunder Wave here finally, paralyzing the Alakazam, leaving it slower than the Starmie, which is big. Seismic Toss here for a mere 15%. Omni Soft Boiled, okay. Follow up Seismic Toss doing another 14. Wait, why did it do 14 and lost at 15? What the fuck are you doing, RBY? Or now they're all doing 14, so I just give up. Ice Beam did 21 there, recover up here. On the process, okay, so he's slowly chipping away at this Chansey. But now they're both paralyzed each turn, and now it's on the way into nothingness, so I digress. No real progress has been made. Not really sure why he's Seismic Toss unless he's just trying to save the Psychic PP. Finally, he's going to Seismic Toss on the Snorlax, and Rhydon's going to come in immediately as a response to that. Body Slam crit there does 22, and the Body Slams are slowly wearing out the Rhydon, especially given the crit and the full para on the other Body Slam before. So now Earthquake is able to threaten something though. The Starmie looks like a likely switch in, however, you could just let go of the Sleeping Alakazam, which would be fair. Instead, he's going to let the Snorlax eat a 34% Earthquake and do only 11% with Body Slam. Yep, so it's going to take out the Snorlax. Now Starmie's going to come in safely. Alakazam's going to be this pivot, and Nails kind of has him in a weird spot due to the ball being still alive and healthy. Wow, Nails is clawed. Seismic Toss here. I feel like the Snorlax fighter was kind of weird, honestly. We're going to see Thunder Waves just kind of stalling PP, but turns out that the Chansey's going to be doing the same thing, yeah. And yeah, now we're just seeing a sequence where they're kind of just trading away minimal damage and T-Wave statuses. And now he's going to go Alakazam on the Thunder Wave. Gonna try and wake that bad boy up. We go back to Chansey on the Tauros, and he's not going to risk that though. The counter, he revealed counter. Um, yeah, I mean we're kind of at this weird stalemate point of the game. Psychic here, no drop, counter again. Interestingly enough. Soft boiling. Looking kind of dire for beds, though, not gonna lie. I feel like he's kind of cornered. You got Alex M here, another chance to wake up. Are there any sleep times on this bitch? I don't think so. Yeah, no. So. Oh, but he's gonna stay in. Surely you switch here. Both are gonna switch, but oh, wisely Bed's gonna call that. Okay, nicely done. Okay, we're gonna see Psychic here, Ice Beam. Right there from Chansey, no drop. Hmm. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much just drawn out Chansey Alakazam sequence because Bed's is cornered. You know what? I think that Nails is kind of cornered in a weird way too. Hmm. So we're gonna see Paralysis being traded in weight counter on the Seismic Toss. Oh shit. But he's gonna recover it up this turn, despite the crit. Now he's gonna go back to Alakazam on the recovery up. Waste another sleep turn perhaps. Hmm. There goes Starmie on the Seismic. Okay, interesting. Hmm. Psychic here. Alright. So now he's going to Tauros, hoping for a full power. He's not going to get it though, so he's just going to retreat right back. Yeah. Seismic Toss there. No counter. Okay. This is just a boring game, not gonna lie. Counter there. Okay, wait. He's gonna fail because he didn't paralyze. Yeah. It's a risky business, Seismic Toss in this counter chance, truth be told. He's just using counter a lot now. Could that have limited PP in the future? Um, you go right on a paralysis. Oh shit. Back talk exam. No, not want to risk it. This game is boring. Fuck, why'd I narrate this tier? I mean, I get the strategy involved. Oh yeah, totally. It's just like for someone who's more used to either stallish games kind of having heavier incentive based turn by turn playstyle, like an SM, or faster paced tiers like Black White, I guess it's just rough, if that makes sense. But anyway, we're slowly getting there. Take a look. Alakazam is still pretty high in PP, but Chansey's sort of run. I mean, both like in the middle range of their PPs, I guess. And yeah, this hasn't really used any PP either. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna see Rhydon here on a counter. Okay, wait. Back to Alakazam on the Ice Beam. Okay. We're gonna see Ice Beam Psychic traded there. Seismic there. And the counter. Okay, wait. Here we go again. Drumroll, please. He's gonna recover, so it's useless. And you're trying to counter the counter, I believe. And that leaves counter's PP at 21. Seismic lost his PP at 15. Yeah, get the background music going. Anything to keep this a little less boring. Still paralyzed there. I think you probably counter here. Ice Beam into the Rhydon. Oh shit. Got him. Okay. The counter and his Ice Plus there. Fully paralyzed counter, and it looks like Beds is gonna win. Wow. So yeah, I mean, gonna have to get ridiculously lucky here. Like para on the body slam or crit here. No, neither happens. Gonna have to see multiple misses. No. Oh. Gonna have to see some like 1 and 256 shit here. No, not gonna happen. Yeah, so Bez is gonna win in a nail biter. Um, he should have thunderbolted twice. I don't get why he blizzarded. Actually, what Blizzard could have killed. Yeah, never mind. Okay, there we have it. No, last Blizzard was still. Yeah, 'cause he was recharging, so he just thunderbolt twice. That was an useless risk. Yeah, so Bez kind of got threw around there, but that's fine. Good games though. Interesting stuff.